next innovator on Samsung Innovation Quotient, Vijay Bhaskar Reddy, attempts to bridge the technology divide in rural India through his innovation Kisan Raja that aims at empowering the rural farmer. Most farmers across rural India today need to irrigate their lands employing the manual water pumps that are usually located in remote areas of the field. The current system leaves the farmer with no choice but to travel miles afoot to the field to operate the pumps. Given the erratic power supply to the villages, these trips are often undertaken at the wee hours of the day or night. The situation was no different for the family of Vijay Reddy, an IIT graduate hailing from a farming family in rural Andhra Pradesh.
నాకు 5 మోటార్లు ఉన్నాయి. 5 మోటార్ల కరెంటు వచ్చేసి 7 గంటలు 9 గంటలు ఇట్టా ప్రభుత్వం టైం ప్రకటిస్తూ ఉంది. దాంట్లో మనము ఆ టయాన్ని కరెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలంటే మన కరెక్ట్ టయానికి లేబర్ కష్టంగా ఉంది. మా తమ్ముడు సాఫ్ట్వేర్ సైడ్ ఉన్నాడు కదా, ఆయన నేను నైట్ టైంలో కూర్చొని ఇది మాట్లాడుకుంటూ అట్లే పడుకున్నాం అన్నమాట. పడుకున్న తర్వాత మళ్ళీ తెల్లవారి చూసేసరికి ఆయన పడుకున్న తర్వాత నేను కరెంట్ వచ్చింది నైట్ టైంలో నేను పొలం దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళిపోయినాను. అది చూసినప్పుడు ఎందుకు ఎట్లా వెళ్ళిపోయినావు, రాత్రి ఇద్దరం ఉంటుంది కదా అని చెప్పి ఉదయం లేచిన తర్వాత అడిగినాడు. నన్ను అడిగితే ఇట్లుంది కదా మా సమస్యలు ఎన్నెన్నో, ఈ కరెంట్ రాక కరెంట్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఎప్పుడు కరెంట్ వచ్చే అప్పుడు మనం వెళ్ళిపోవాల్సి వస్తుంది. నైట్లే పగులులే ఏ టైం లేదనమాట. ఎప్పుడు కరెంట్ వచ్చే అప్పుడు పోవాలి మోటార్ దగ్గర.
He soon discovered that this was a problem not limited to his family alone. Driven by this opportunity to fulfill a mass need, Vijay developed the first version of what would be Kisan Raja, a GSM-based controller that allows the farmer to control the motor using his mobile or landline.
When automatic mode is on, this box will keep the motor running all the time when power is available. Okay. In case of manual mode, it calls the farmer saying that power is available. If you want to start the motor, you can switch on. Otherwise, you can ignore. Okay. There is another mode called timer, where farmer can choose to start the motor at a particular time and then run for a specific duration, how many number of times in a day he wants.
After months of research and groundwork, their first prototype was ready, but the journey had only begun. Having reached out with the product to the farming community, it was now up to Vijay and team to work on the feedback and incorporate a few critical changes in the product.
When we put the unit initially together, then we found that there was a lot of opportunity for improvement in terms of battery life, but again reduce the size of the product, reduce the weight of the product, make it more cost effective, and these were the specific goals we had already set. As this should be our target in terms of these parameters, and it has taken us a couple of iterations, and we have reached a stage where we are already in good stage of deployment.
Kisan Raja uses an interactive voice response system to guide the farmer through an array of choices to interact with the motor. Once installed, this technology can be employed to alert the farmer on voltage fluctuations, erratic supply, or even attempted theft.
Acknowledges the farmer about the running status of the motor, the bright voltage supply at the motor, and then it also says like whether water is being pumped or not.
Within months of its inception, Kisan Raja has started to make a difference in the lives of scores of farmers across rural India. Having given up his MNC job to pursue his passion, Vijay's gratification today lies in the fact that an increasing number of farmers are choosing to adopt the technology.
ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ರೈತರಿಗೂ, ನನಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬನಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ರೈತರಿಗೂ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಂದಿನ ಒಂದು ಇದು ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಹಾವು ಚೇಳು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾಡು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪಿಸಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫ್ರೀಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಇದು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ 1 2 3 4 5 6 ಆ ಥರ ಅಂಕಿಗಳು ಒತ್ತಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಾಲನೆಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ.
There are certain advantages from this because he doesn't have to buy any new device. Already whatever the mobile set he has, he can certainly utilize the same mobile, and he doesn't have to go for a new. Only thing he has to attach a new device controller to his motor, which will receive the signals from his mobile.
Vijay's journey thus far has been purpose driven and focused. He he attributes his early success to the unconditional support that he's received from family.
The journey so far has been very rewarding and challenging as well.
During my first pregnancy, like it was the first time like he started on to get projects and all. During the 8th month and 9th month, we wished that husband should be beside us, but I didn't feel that much because it is his motivation and I wanted to encourage him.
Kisan Raja today operates using 10 Indian languages and is priced at 5,000 rupees. Despite agriculture continuing to be the main source of livelihood across rural India, it has been observed that agricultural growth rates have been declining sharply in the past 2 decades. Experts believe that one of the major reasons for this is the reduction in the beneficial insect population required for cross-pollination. Facts state that over 95% of cross-pollination occurs through insects, and honeybees have been found to be the most efficient pollinators on rural farms. It was this opportunity that was spotted by entrepreneur Vijaya Pastala when she decided to launch Under the Mango Tree, or UTMT, the next innovation to make it to the top 5 on the Samsung Innovation Quotient.
Primarily to help farmers build the capacity of farmers to add beekeeping to their farms, and also facilitate market access for the farmers so that they could increase their income. So that was the prime goal of Under the Mango Tree.
UTMT adopts a multi-pronged approach to rural development. On one hand, it encourages Indian farmers to add bee boxes to their farms and offers extensive year-long training in beekeeping. On the other, it works in partnership with local NGOs to reduce costs and ensure reach by developing a local support network of farmers, thus providing market access to increase the farmers' income. It aims to increase agricultural yields and farming incomes by approximately 40%, improving the quality of life of poor and marginal farmers across India.
Our first non-negotiable is that we work with the indigenous Indian bee, which is the Apis cerana indica. The second part of our non-negotiable is that beekeeping is actually new to a farmer. So what we believe in is that we have to hold the farmer's hand and train them over a long time so that they understand what beekeeping is about. We also focus on intensively training what we call master trainers, and you have met some master trainers. So those master trainers, we try to train them because they are villagers themselves, they are farmers themselves, who can then help us replicate and scale up the model.
The common honeybees used for beekeeping are the indigenous Indian bee and the European bee. While the European bee is highly vulnerable to diseases and requires high maintenance, the Indian indigenous bee is practically resistant to most diseases, making it the obvious choice for the company. UTMT's hybrid blends of for-profit and non-profit structures help farmers create a high-quality supply of rural products to the growing consumer market in urban areas.
इसमें हनी भी बहुत 15-20 दिन में हनी का जो पूरा उनका फ्रेम है ना 7-8 उसमें हनी आ जाता था। तो हमारे पास अभी हनी एक्सट्रैक्टर भी है, अभी है ना, वो हमारी खेती बाड़ी में भी उनका बहुत अच्छा हुआ है। हमने करीबन 2 बरस से वो हमने खुद ने आंखों से देखा है। तो उसमें आम है, केसू है और रिंगण बैंगन है, इसमें भी अच्छा प्रोडक्ट्स आता है।
Having previously worked with institutions such as the World Bank and the Aga Khan Foundation, Vijaya's competencies in poverty analysis and natural resources management came in handy as she ventured into her first entrepreneurial project, a journey that she passionately pursued despite the initial challenges. So far, UTMT has trained over 456 farmers, equipping them to place over 1,538 bee boxes on their farms in tribal villages in Gujarat and Maharashtra. UTMT has also provided direct market access to approximately 700 beekeepers from across 8 states and generated a revenue of 11 lakh rupees.
If this is a model that is recognized by the government, then it is something that can be incorporated by the government into their rural development schemes, and then scaled up to not just one district or 5 districts but across the state, and then hopefully to other states.